Right now, you probably woke up this morning, got dressed, rushed out the door, worked 8 to 10 hours, came home tired, scrolled your phone, went to sleep, and called that a normal day. But here's a fact that will completely change how you see your entire life. For 290,000 years of human history, early humans only worked about 2.5 hours a day. 2.5 hours. That is less than most people spend in a single meeting today. So what did they do with the other 21.5 hours? The answer will shock you, fascinate you, and honestly make you a little jealous. This is what early humans actually did all day. And by the end of this video, you will never see your Monday morning the same way again. Before we dive in, if you are new here, this is Ecolinks, where we explore the real daily life of early humans every single week. Hit subscribe so you never miss one. Now let us go back, way back. To understand what early humans did all day, we need to understand one thing first. Their day was not structured like ours. No alarm clocks, no calendars, no Monday. Just the sun rising and the sun setting. That was their entire concept of time. And within that simple framework, they packed more genuine living than most modern humans ever experience. The Hadza tribe of northern Tanzania still live this way today. They are one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer communities on Earth. And researchers who studied them found something that shocked the entire scientific community. They work about 2.5 hours a day. The rest is theirs. So let us walk through a full day in the life of an early human. The day began not with an alarm, but with the sun. Early humans typically slept between 6.5 and 8.5 hours every night. Not in a bed, but on the ground, near the fire, surrounded by their tribe. And they didn't wake up all at once. They woke up slowly, naturally, when their bodies told them to. The first thing they did every morning was not check their phone. It was talk. Researchers found that early humans spent enormous amounts of time in conversation. Not just practical talk, but gossip, stories, dreams they had the night before. In fact, anthropologists believe that gossip, yes, gossip, was one of the primary tools that built human social bonds. Language itself may have evolved primarily to help humans talk about each other. Then came the morning food search. But here's the thing, it wasn't the desperate survival scramble we imagine. Early humans knew their landscape intimately. They knew exactly where the berries were, where the roots were, where the animals drank. So the morning food search was often done in a few hours, leisurely, while talking and laughing with others. Women typically gathered plants, roots, berries, and small animals. Men typically hunted, but successful hunts happened only a few times per week. And when a hunt failed, which it often did, they just gathered more plants. No stress, no panic, just flexibility. By midday, the food work was largely done. And then something remarkable happened. They rested. Not because they were lazy, but because rest was intelligent. In the heat of the midday sun, staying still conserved energy for the evening. Many ancient communities practiced biphasic sleep, sleeping twice a day. A short afternoon nap wasn't laziness. It was ancient human biology working perfectly. Modern science has now confirmed that afternoon naps improve memory, creativity, and mood. Early humans knew this 300,000 years before the research was done. After resting, the real richness of the day began. They played. Not children, adults, playing every single day. Wrestling, running, throwing competitions, swimming. Play was not separate from adult life. It was woven into every single day. And the reason makes perfect sense. Play kept their bodies strong, their minds sharp, their social bonds tight. They also spent enormous amounts of time on something that will surprise you. Doing absolutely nothing. Just sitting, watching the world, thinking. What modern psychology now calls mindfulness, early humans just called Tuesday. They had no anxiety about wasting time, because time had no monetary value to them. Every moment was simply life. And then they created. Early humans were intensely creative beings. They made music using bones, shells, and stretched animal skins as drums. The oldest known musical instrument is a flute, 60,000 years old, made from a bare bone. found in a cave in Slovenia, still capable of producing music. 60,000 years ago, someone sat in a cave and played music for joy. Just like you might put on your favorite song today. They also made art. The cave paintings at Lascaux, France, are over 17,000 years old, painted by early humans who wanted to express something about their world. Not for survival, not for food, just for the pure human need to create. Some cave paintings show hands, ancient humans pressing their palms against the wall and blowing pigment around them. It was their way of saying, I was here, I existed, I mattered. That same need to leave a mark is why you post on social media today. They also spent significant time on grooming, not just for cleanliness. Grooming was one of the most important social bonding activities. Like primates today, early humans showed care and trust through physical touch and grooming. As the afternoon moved towards evening, the activity shifted. The hunters who had gone out in the morning would return. If the hunt was successful, preparation began immediately. Every member of the tribe had a role. Children helped, elders guided, everyone contributed. And here's something that will move you deeply. Early human tribes took care of their sick, their elderly, and their disabled members. We know this because archaeologists have found ancient skeletons with healed injuries that required long-term care. Someone, 300,000 years ago, cared for another human through months of recovery. Not because they had to, because they wanted to. Human compassion is not modern, it's ancient. Then came the part of the ancient day that changed everything about what it means to be human. The evening campfire. This was not just warmth. This was the birth of human culture itself. During the day, conversations were mostly practical. Where's the food? Watch out for that animal. But at night, around the fire, the conversations transformed completely. Researchers studying the Hadza tribe found something extraordinary. During the day, 6% of conversations were about stories and imagination. But at night, around the fire, 81% of conversations were stories. 81%. The campfire turned early humans into storytellers. And storytelling built something no other species on Earth has ever developed. Shared imagination, shared myths, shared identity. The ability to believe in things that don't physically exist. Gods, tribes, nations, laws, money, all exist only because humans collectively agreed to believe in them. It all started around an ancient campfire with one early human telling a story, while everyone else leaned in to listen. So what did early humans actually do all day? They woke up slowly, naturally, without alarm clocks. They talked, laughed, gossiped, connected. They worked, but only for a few hours. They rested, they napped, without guilt. Enthusiastically, they played, as adults, every single day. They created music, art, stories. Sadly, they cared for each other, without being asked. And every evening they gathered around the fire and told stories until they fell asleep. That was a full day. Amusingly, no inbox, no deadlines, no performance reviews. Just living, fully, every single day. Now here's the question that nobody wants to answer. Are we actually living better than they did? We have more things, more technology, more comfort, but do we have more joy, more connection, more genuine rest? That's the question early humans, without even knowing it, left us to answer. Enthusiastically, which part of the ancient human day do you wish you had in your life right now? Comment below, I read every single one. And share this with someone who needs to hear that rest is not laziness. It's ancient human wisdom. Subscribe to Ecolinks for more real stories from early human life every week. Because history is not just about the past. It's about understanding who we are right now.